Angeles Rams. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on, set, 90, Wolf. Hey, Charlie.
Mike 56.
On 1st and 10, Everett. He'll have a first down past the 40. Caught by Cobb. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
That's good.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Ready?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
57's the mic. Watch 57.
And 5.
From the gun, Everett. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 56.
Ready? Get it.
2nd and 5. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Ready?
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
Hey, high 7. Go.
Here we go.
Now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense.
Yep.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Hey, Echo.
57. Mike, 57. I got him.
Go.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
It's going to be a long day.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Go.
Watch the run.
Sit up.
57's the mic.
Go.
2nd and 11. That's complete to Cobb. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Throwing on first down. Everett. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Watch the slant.
Ready.
2nd and long. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England. The Rams never even got into the red zone in that game. And now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Right there, 56. Get him. Get him.
On first down, Everett. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Let's get up.
Yes. Hey, Zoo.
Looking to throw. Everett. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Yeah. Find the flag. 5. We own them. We own them. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check 37. Check 37. Showing it. Showing it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Watch the screen. Check safety. Check safety. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
They'll drop to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hatchet. He's crashing. He's checking.
They're going to look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Slam, slam, slam.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He'll look to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 33.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Packers.
Here we go, here we go. 10, touchdown. You get tired of seeing me.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Gurley with a carry on first down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Get it.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, come on, now, come on, now. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Set, go. Big rip, big rip.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
90
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Ready to go.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Shoot.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Let's go now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams...
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and 13. And that's complete to Adams. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
12 yards on the play, but it's 3rd down.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
My 5.
They'll set up a throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
And a Packer first down.
Here we go. Set. Now the wolf. The mic. Here we go. Here we go.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS.
Back to throw now on first down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready. 18 Gator. 18 Gator.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe.
He'll look to throw.
Bang, bang.
Shoot, watch the shoot.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Five's the mic. Five's the mic.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
First down, Packers.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Gurley. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19. Yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Muhammad, and he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You don't want none of that. Give it. Pick up the ball. Mike 5. Please. Here we go, G.
Hey, watch it. Watch it.
Ball trot.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A first down and then some, 36 yards.
First down, Green Bay.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Darwin Thompson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Packers 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Let's go, defense. Defense. And here we go.
57.
Go.
On 1st and 10, Everett throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cobb, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, LA.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Ready, ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Ready, ready. Let's go.
Back to throw. Everett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ready, ready.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Push him back.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Check.
Go, go.
Check the out. 57. Mike 57. It's just me and you.
Hit it.
To throw again. Everett. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
47-yard line.
Here we go. 70 ending. Let's put him on the buses. Let's go. Team on the bus.
58's the mic. 58. 58's the mic.
Hayward. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
I smell fear in that offense.
Shut up.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Go, go. Motion. Wide motion. 58, boys. 58. 58's Mike. Zoom, zoom.
2nd and 9 now. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Give him 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
66, pull it high. 58's the Mike. I got him. Echo, echo.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Hey, Delta.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Go.
Go.
Operating from the gun. Everett. A deep ball for Gurley. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go again.
Here's Muhammad. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 1st down gains.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
got you. I got you.
Yes, yes.
Back to throw here. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Let him know, let him know. Mike 5, Mike 5.
All day.
Now back to throw. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Bravo.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Come.
On the ball.
5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Everett. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
56 to Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Good track. Mike 56.
What up?
Mike 56.
Get it.
From the gun, Everett. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Everett. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
15 line.
Watch the slant. Watch
Hey,
it.
Alpha. Now.
Looking to throw. Everett. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, exit.
Mike 56, Mike.
Go.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, but it'll be 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Zipper. Hey, Charlie.
Here we go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Hit it.
They'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Back to throw. That's complete to Cobb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check it out.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, but it's going to be 2nd down. A really nice knockdown. He has so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man, because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey.
Motion. Reset.
Hey. Wahoo.
57's the Mike. Watch 57. Come on.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Hey, Haywood.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Get it.
Back to throw. Everett. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Hey, high 7. Leaf River.
Throwing again. Everett. And he slings one that's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Watch the pass.
Ready to go.
56 to Mike.
Looking to throw. Everett. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
A 37-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he'd better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
First down, Packers.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Nothing to
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 24. Check 31.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Packers' 36-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Lightning. Let's go.
From the gun, Everett. And that one's complete to Gurley. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for L.A., it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream. cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy. Tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy. Tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. Now get it. Come on. Big Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes